Hey everyone, it's Bree. I'm back with another scrapbook process video for the SpiegelMom Scraps design team. And I am going to be working with the Crushing It sequin mix, which is designed by our very own sparkler, Christina Sorge. And I love this sequin mix. It is so pretty. And it was a part of the April sequin release. I'm also going to be working with the Happy Vibes sequin mix. I'm not sure if that one's still available in the shop. I'll have a link below. That way you guys can check it out to see if it's still available. So I'm working with this pattern paper from the Sweet Story collection by Maggie Holmes with crepe paper. And honestly, as soon as I saw it, I thought I need to make shakers using these cute frames. These are like Polaroid Instax, or is it Instax? Maybe, I can't remember what it says, but they remind me of like Polaroids. So I knew right away that I wanted to gut them so I can create shakers with them. And the yellow one that I'm cutting up here, I totally messed up because I wanted to back that actual frame using the same exact paper that I got, not the paper, but the piece that I gutted from it. And I don't know why I cut into it like that, but the other one that I gutted, you'll see that I had the black and white heart pattern paper to the side. So that's what I was supposed to do with the original one. Okay, so I'll just fix it later. I ended up choosing a different pattern paper to back that frame with. So what I have done already is I have gutted the frames and I have applied a piece of acetate to each frame using some Scotch tacky glue to make sure that the acetate sticks to my paper. And then I'm going through with some of these foam narrow strips that I picked up from scrapbook.com. You can also use the strips by Doris. I just picked these specific ones because they were longer and I didn't have to cut and use so many pieces. So they were the same height as the Doris ones, so I just chose these ones because they were longer. You don't need these narrow strips. You can also cut fun foam. You can also cut the Scotch foam tape as well and trim it to whatever you need it to be. So now that I have the foam down, I am going to go ahead and spoon a little bit of each sequin mix. So I'm going to mix the Crushing It and the Happy Vibes. The Sweet Story collection is very bright and colorful, and I thought both of these sequin mixes paired so well with that collection that I wanted to go ahead and mix. Because the Crushing It has like the greens and the blues, but I really wanted some pinks. So I did, that's why I grabbed the Happy Vibes mix and added those in. So there is the first sequin shaker. I had pulled a 6x6 paper pad from one of Maggie Holmes's collection, and I think it was the Gather one, and I just cut it and backed that sequin shaker with that piece. And so I'm going to go ahead and work on my second shaker, and obviously that piece that went inside of it was too small, so I just put it on a piece of lightweight cardstock to go ahead and use, and that way I can have that as my backing. So I do like to add liquid adhesive to some of the foam tape just to ensure that my sequins won't, come out when you do shake it. So it just seals it even more. All right, so I kind of have an idea of how I want the design of my layout to be in regard to how I'm going to lay down these shakers and that other frame that I'm going to use as my title. So I'm going to put that to the side, and then I'm going to go ahead and, well, first I'm going to show you how they shake. They're so pretty. I love them. So colorful, and they match that collection so nicely. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and work on my background. I pulled out one of these Vicki Boutin stencils. It's like her, it's not script, but it's just like doodly writing, and I absolutely love the stencil. It's probably one of my favorites that she just released. So I'm going to use some Distress Oxide inks, or just actually one. I think it's Picked Raspberry. And I'm going to go ahead and blend on that color through the stencil. I did prep my page with gesso because I did find that when I do add gesso, it helps move the color a little bit more so you can blend it a little bit easier, and the color moves with the foam applicator, and it doesn't just automatically just stick to the paper. So it gives you a little more smooth surface. I'm sorry, I could not find that word. Okay, so now that my Distress Oxide ink is down, I'm just making sure that everything will fit nicely on top of it, and I'm going to go ahead and add pops of black. So I've got some, I think this is Studio Calico acrylic ink, and I'm going to add some water to it to water it down so that I can go in with some splatters. To me, I just love the pop of black right on top of that distress ink, and it just looks real nice, especially because the Sweet Story collection does have a lot of black in it, and I like how it just ties it all together. All right, so my background dried. Well, it didn't take too long because it was just acrylic ink, so it was fairly quickly. And I'm going to go ahead and take this tag and run some pom-pom trim through it just to give it, another extra form of texture on my page. I love texture and dimension, if you guys haven't noticed. So I just thought, who doesn't love pom-pom trim? It's so cute. So I just loosely tied that, and I'm going to go ahead and put my photo in between all of the frames and on top of that tag. I do like to back my photos with vellum, just an extra layer. And this is a photo of my son, Noah. This was in 2019. This was his photo from when he was on his way to homecoming, and he's just so gosh dang handsome. And I just thought it went well, and I've been wanting to scrapbook this photo, and I love how it turned out. So I had gone through the Sweet Story ephemera pack, but I really couldn't find or didn't find anything that was inspiring or that I really wanted to put on this page other than the butterflies. So I pulled the Hey Hello ephemera pack by Pebbles and Jen Hadfield, and I was using some of the floral pieces as well as one of the little hedgehogs holding a heart. And I thought the collections went well together, so I just put them together. I just added them and mixed them around. I did go through the sticker sheet to see if I could find anything else I could add, and I didn't. So I would mainly used a lot of the Hey Hello ephemera pieces. And I think I'm nearing towards the end. I do add some, of course, Heidi Swap Gold Color Shine to finish it off. And there's my code Brianna15 to save you 15% off in the shop. Here is my final layout. I hope you enjoyed it. I love it so much. And I hope that I've inspired you to create a shaker using some pattern paper. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.